What we just saw in Bridge 8 arrival was a non-RNAV star. An RNAV star is pretty much the same as a non-RNAV star. It is only the equipment required for flying an RNAV star that changed. You need RNAV equipment like GPS, VOR, DME, etc. to identify those fixes and fly the star. It is still an arrival route and you have to fly it just like a non-RNAV star. Flying it is not as much different. The only thing that is different is the way the chart is designed, the different symbols on the chart, because they are no longer just fixes, they are RNAV fixes now. RNAV fixes now. There is nothing else that is different in an RNAV star. Stars are very easy to understand and very easy to fly once you already know how to fly a SID, which we already discussed in the departure procedures chapter. What I want you to focus on this video is the vertical navigation planning. Vertical navigation planning is important because you should know how to decide when to start your descent or what rate of descent should you be flying at. Most stars provide the vertical navigation planning information for pilots of high performance aircrafts like we saw for the Bridge 8 arrival. Vertical planning saves fuel by reducing the amount of time they spend at lower altitudes. This is because they know that what altitude should I start my descent, at what distance from the airport or what distance from the fix should I start my descent, so that I reach the fix at the altitude that the fix requires. Like, if you remember, the vertical planning information for the Bridge 8 arrival told you that expect 11,000 at bridge. This altitude tells you that you will get 11,000 or you will have to maintain 11,000 over bridge intersection. So if you are at 25,000 feet, you know that you will have to descend to 11,000 feet. So then you have the time to plan your descent and determine what rate of descent and what distance would be required for you to descend at a good rate of descent, comfortable rate of descent for your passengers, and good rate of descent to save you enough fuel. Either you fly a star, an instrument approach procedure, or just descend VFR, you will still need to determine either of these two things. One, required rate of descent, or required distance for descent to begin, meaning how far from the airport or a particular fix you are going to start your descent. Let's take some examples, two examples for required rate of descent and one for required distance of descent, and tell you how to calculate these things.